Hey, 7th grade. Miss Dawkins here. This is Lesson 6 Experiment, and I'm calling it the Gummy Bear Experiment. Alright, so Lesson 6 is about osmosis, and we started talking about osmosis in Lesson 5. Just to refresh your memory, osmosis is the diffusion of water molecules into and out of a cellular membrane. Osmosis is a part of passive transport, which means that these water molecules are moving without the help of any energy. And it also means that our water molecules are going to move from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. So, our experiment today is going to use quite a bit of materials. I have them all laid out for you here, so I'm going to go through them. First, I have club soda, clear distilled vinegar, plain Dasani water, and then in the last cup, I've mixed up plain water and salt water, salt water. So here's my club soda, my vinegar, plain water, and salt water. And then I laid out in front of each liquid 2 gummy bears. Green for club soda, clear for vinegar, yellow for water, and red for salt water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these gummy bears for each color and I'm going to drop it into the liquid. I'm going to leave this gummy bear in the liquid for a full 24 hours. And in 24 hours, I will come back, I'll record, and post the results of what happens to our gummy bears. So I'm setting my timer now for 23 hours. I'm gonna do 57 minutes just to give myself some time to get the camera ready. So 23 hours and 57 minutes. Alexa, set the timer for 24 hours. Alright, so in 24 hours, I'm going to dig out each one of these gummy bears and we're going to see what happens to them. In the meantime, your assignment, I want you to write me a 1-paragraph hypothesis. Tell me, what do you think is going to happen to each gummy bear? What do you think is going to happen to the gummy bear in the club soda, the vinegar, the plain water, and the salt water? Be sure to upload your results by Friday at 6 p.m. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey, 7th grade. I'm back with the results of the gummy bear experiment. Alright, so let's dig in. Last night, the smell of vinegar was really bothering me. I had the egg experiment going on and the gummy bear experiment, so I had to cover all the things with vinegar that were making my head hurt. So I placed this bowl over the vinegar cup, but it is the only cup that I bothered. I promised. So let me stop right here and make a little video of what the gummy bears look like in the cup. So be right back. Alright, so it's been 24 hours and I want to show you what each gummy bear looks like inside of this cup. That's the salt water, the water, plain water, the vinegar, and the club soda. And I'll try to give you a front view of each one of them in the cup. That one looks completely gone to me. I can't wait to dig it out and see if there's anything in there. That's the plain water, and that's the salt water. Alright, so let's dig them out and see what they look like. So I have a spoon and some paper towels I'm going to use to help me dig them out. I'm going to dig them out in order. So starting with the salt water. This is so exciting. Oh, I tore it. That part is not exciting. I want to kind of dry it before I put it next to the one from yesterday. Try to scoop up all these parts. Clean my spoon. Alright, so that's the salt water, and I'll give you a close-up in just a minute. The regular water. I'm not going to take it off the spoon. I don't want to tear it. This is the one I'm excited to see. If it's something in, I feel like it's just a little bit of something in here, but it's hard for me to scoop it out. I almost had it. I think I have it. It's so itty bitty. It's kind of cool. It's definitely showing us osmosis. And this is the club soda. It's gonna stay the most together. Let me dry it just a little. It held together the best. All right, so let's pause here and get an up-close shot of the results. All right, so looking at the results, this is the salt water. Now, I really hate that I tore off the legs of this one. It's really misshapen, but as you can tell, it has grown. I measured the gummy bears, and I measured that they came out to be about 2 centimeters. You can definitely tell that the water, salt water, went into the gummy bear. As an estimate, it's about 3 centimeters, so 1 centimeter larger. So that means the salt water is hypotonic because the water went into the gummy bear and caused it to get bigger. It swelled. Moving to the plain water. Again, the regular gummy bear is going to measure at about 2 centimeters. This one did really good. I actually think it grew the most. Let's see how much. Yep. If I go all the way to the top, we're going to say about 4 centimeters. So it grew 2 centimeters larger in plain water. Again, it would be hypotonic because it grew, it swelled, it got bigger, it took in the water. Now this vinegar is very interesting, and I'm going to try to get my own shadow out of here, but it definitely shrunk. I don't even think we can measure that because it's a lot of water mixed into it. So this one would be hypertonic. It shrunk. The water went out of the gummy bear and caused it to dissolve, shrink in the vinegar. And then the last one is our club soda. Again, the beginning measurement was 2 centimeters. If we measure, it's going to come out at about 3 centimeters, so 1 centimeter larger, just a little bit over 3 centimeters to be honest. We could say 3.5 centimeters. Yeah. So it grew 1.5 centimeters in the club soda. This would be an example of hypotonic because it got larger. The water diffused inside of the gummy bear. It swelled. So that's hypotonic. So out of our 4 liquids, we had 3 of them that turned out to be hypotonic. Salt water, water, and club soda. But the distilled vinegar was hypertonic. Your assignment for Lesson 6 was to write a hypothesis about the results of the gummy bear experiment. Now that we've done the actual experiment, I can tell you that the plain water had the greatest change on the gummy bears. Following the plain water would be the club soda, then the salt water, and then the distilled vinegar. Although the distilled vinegar had a different kind of change than the other 3 because the salt water, plain water, and club soda caused the gummy bears to enlarge, whereas the distilled vinegar caused the gummy bear to shrink. So what does this all mean? Considering our 4 liquids, we would have to say that the plain water had the lowest concentration, followed by the club soda, then the salt water, and the vinegar had the highest concentration. Our water moved on its own. Our liquids moved on their own without any kind of energy or any help. So this was, again, an example of passive transport. And we got to see osmosis because some of our substances got bigger, which was being hypotonic, and some of our substances shrunk and got smaller, which is hypertonic. I hope you enjoyed the gummy bear experiment, and I look forward to doing more experiments with you in the future. Stay safe. Bye.